Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to another Channel 8 Sports presentation. Tonight from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, it is boys basketball as East Brunswick hosts Edison in a Greater Middlesex Conference tournament game. Hi, Jim Allinder, being joined by Phil Hill. And Phil, here we are. This is the GMC's second round game for East Brunswick. They're the second seed. What do you make of this game tonight?
You're talking about the second seed playing the number 15 seed. And, of course, the Bears have already beaten Edison twice this year. And I talked to the Edison coach, who was certainly a little concerned about this game, Mike Marr. And what he said is, we have nothing to lose. We're the 15 seed. He says, we didn't play them so badly last time. He says, we just have to take care of the ball better, get better shot selections, and we're going to try to play a little bit more man-to-man defense to see if we can contain the Bears. The Bears, on the other hand, have completed the red division, 14-0, undefeated. Saturday, they whipped up on Perth Amboy. Previously, they beat Woodbridge and Old Bridge. Again, this is the most balanced team probably in the GMCs. And despite what Bo Henning said senior night and some other concerns about the four seniors Edison has starting and whatnot, you got to believe that his Bear team is ready.
Phil, you talked about the balance of East Brunswick, which means that on any given night, any player can step up. I remember the last game that we did, Max Johnson didn't have a particularly good game, but all the other players came to the fore. How is that going to help them as this tournament moves along?
Well, we talked about balance. Any Bo Henning, Ryan McBride, Larry Press, Chris Schuler, any of them can step on up. Brett Cadet, any of them at any time. Max Johnson has been on a tear the last 4 games since that game. He's averaging 20 points and 9 rebounds a game, and he's been the go-to guy as of late. But they have balance. They can run it if they want to. They can play the half-court game once again if they choose to, and they can confuse defenses.
Okay, so it's going to be Edison here at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium. East Brunswick is the second seed. Colonia is seeded number 1, and perhaps those teams might meet in the finals, but we'll have to wait and see. We'll be back with the action right after this. Okay, we are back at East Brunswick High School Gymnasium, where tonight East Brunswick will take on Edison in the GMC tournament game. But before the game begins, this is going to be the last night for seniors to play on the East Brunswick court, so it's senior night, Phil, and they will be introducing the seniors.
I'll tell you, it's well, they're doing the starting lineups for Edison right now.
Okay, they're doing starting lineups first, I see. We were caught a little off guard on this. So you see the starting teams being introduced. That's Lee Moskowitz, Tom Johnson.
And Mike Marr in his 7th year at Edison.
And the East Brunswick players.
And senior night, Jim, of course, where they honor the seniors, and is a pretty nice in any sport when you do it.
And I'm looking for the seniors. There's 3 of them: Max Johnson, Brett Cadet, and Pete Zachary. Okay.
Laura Reed. Okay, Chip Wall. Chip not dressed tonight. Chip Wall and his parents.
And now the starting lineup. Senior guard, Brett Cadet,
and Brett Cadet, we talked about him enough, Jim. The transfer from St. Peter's has been a big plus for this Bear team. Pete Zachary, just an awfully likable kid, has contributed well to this Bear team as well.
Senior forward, Max Johnson and
Okay, we spoke about Max at the top of the game, having a very fine senior year. And there's his mother, Bridget.
Okay, this is the rest of the starting lineup. Chris Schuler.
Chris Schuler.
And Ryan McBride, the final member of the starting team. So they're about ready to go. And this team looks a little pumped, Phil.
Well, they looked a little pumped. I mean, if you're speaking to Bo, you would think this team might come out flat, but it's good to see a little energy early on. They could be in a situation where you could overlook a team that you've beaten twice, but it's hard to beat a team 3 times in any sport. We'll see.
Okay, I guess we're going to have the national anthem now. The national anthem, and we will be ready to begin. And East Brunswick on its quest to recapture the GMC tournament title, which, Phil, I'm trying to remember the last time they won. I was looking at it in the newspaper. I know you have a couple little tidbits that will take a second to get out.
Let's see. I think the last time they actually won was 1996.
No, you're looking at the girls now.
Okay, let's see. It was 96 also, if I believe. 1996.
Okay.
They beat Piscataway. 51-44.
And that was a quality team, I remember, for East Brunswick. And this is a quality team in its own right. 16-3, and I'd have to say, Phil, somewhat unexpected.
I think
to see him at this point with this record.
I think if you would have asked a lot of people at the beginning of the year, they would have been surprised as well, Jim.
So Max Johnson looking for a nice effort here tonight. Jumping center. And East Brunswick begins. Gaudette. He's also looking for a good game. And we'll try to set you up with Edison as we go along.
And you see Edison in the man-to-man that Mike Marr talked about. He felt his team played the best against the Bears when they were in man-to-man, so they're going to try it.
Johnson off the board. And he brings East Brunswick to a 2-0 lead. This is Johnson, Thomas Johnson, bringing the ball up.
Bears in man-to-man defense themselves.
Shot on the outside from Patel. Won't go, off the rim. And East Brunswick's running with it. Tapped away. Nice play by Farrer.
Farrer showing quick hands there.
And Edison's back on offense. That's Dorina, number 35. Johnson, probably the tallest player on the court. Kind of like in a guard position.
That's for sure. Very talented player for Edison.
Farrer, good ball handler. Dorina goes up to the hoop. No. Up to Patel, off the rim, again won't go.
And Johnson with the rebound.
Bears waste no time. Phil, they're playing a man, but they're giving them a lot of room outside the perimeter. I wonder if East Brunswick's going to try to take some outside shots. Again, that one went off Schuler.
And Patel comes up with the steal.
Slow start for Schuler. He's had 2 come off his hands. Patel, third shot. And he's 0 for 3. Let's see who they're going to give it to. They say it was off Edison. I'm not sure of that.
I'll tell you, the Bears get the break right there.
Substitution, Bobby Henning, who didn't start.
He didn't start because he's not a senior.
Right.
Bo Henning, a nice touch, letting an all-senior team start out there this evening. But here's the true quarterback of the team right now.
And he is a tremendous ball handler, as you're going to see. McBride gives to Johnson. And they spread it out again.
Johnson on Johnson.
There's McBride. Hits.
And
Three-pointer.
McBride has done that a lot this year, Jim.
East Brunswick 5-0, 5:52 left in the first period.
That's Ryan McBride's 48th three-pointer of the year.
There comes the collapsing zone. Somebody's open here. Johnson puts it home. And it's 5-2 Bears. East Brunswick immediately back. McBride off the rim, won't go. Tapped around. Who's got it? Henning, nice save.
Oh, very nice job.
East Brunswick looks sharp tonight.
Well, they've come out pumped up, Jim. Sometimes that works against you, though.
Inside,
great pass.
pass. Nice block, however. And Edison comes back. Farrer with it.
Lee Moskowitz with a super block coming out of nowhere.
Johnson looks for a lane, pulls up, won't go. Down with the rebound.
Schuler.
Henning penetrates, tapped away. And we have substitutions. Wang coming in, Gadet again.
I'll tell you, Bo
Zachary out.
throwing a lot of bodies in early on.
Good sized crowd for East Brunswick.
Both teams playing pretty good defense right now.
Absolutely. We have a foul, offensive foul. Who they say it's on? Johnson? No, Wang.
Wang just came in the game and tried to establish himself with the wide body.
4:35 left to go in the first period.
Pressure by the Bears.
It's 5-2 in favor of East Brunswick. Farrer being guarded very closely by Henning. Good pressure, man-to-man pressure by East Brunswick. Boy, he walked.
He traveled. And that, Jim, the optimum word is pressure. Eagles reacting to the Bears' pressure right now.
So once more, Henning brings it up for the Bears. Henning looks for his own shot, perhaps. No. Gadet pulls up. And it falls.
Yes.
For his first bucket of the night, and it's 7-2. East Brunswick with a lead. We're early on here in this GMC second round game. The number 2 seeded Bears versus the number 15 seeded Edison Eagles. Johnson drives.
I'll tell you,
nice soft shot.
Thomas Johnson had scored 320 points coming into this game, so he knows what to do with the ball.
Phil, what year is he?
Johnson is a sophomore.
Blocked, and they're going to call a foul. Just a sophomore.
Thomas Johnson is a sophomore.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's already playing beyond his years. Looks like a very polished player out there. All right, that foul is called on Johnson. Picks up his first. And Johnson will go to the line in the act of shooting, so he'll get 2 shots. Off the rim, won't go.
And Max has been hot as of late.
So we see press in, as well as Justin Borak.
20 point, 10 rebounds against Perth Amboy.
Johnson good on the second shot. And he is a streaky player, and right now he's on a streak. Farrer gets it across. Pulls up. Press with a rebound. Here come the Bears. Borak with it. Around the perimeter go the Bears. Inside to Johnson. And he's hacked again.
And Mike Marr calling for the walk there. The officials didn't see it that way, and Johnson will go back to the line to shoot 2.
That's Moskowitz's first foul.
And again, talking about Johnson, he had 26 points and 17 rebounds against the Woodbridge team.
17 rebounds.
17 rebounds.
Substitution for the Eagles. Banos coming in. Tim Banos. Johnson, no good on the second shot. They fight for it. And Patel comes down with it. So this is Tim Banos. Johnson. Whoops. Thought Banos got away with a little elbow there.
That's Henning trying to draw.
Throws it up. Puts it in. Hard to describe that shot, but it's 9-6. Whoops. Thought he got away with a double dribble there. Johnson outside here. Being guarded closely by Thomas. That's a good matchup. Cadet. Johnson. To the hoop. Nobody there for the rebound, Phil.
That's for sure.
Long shot. Won't go. Bears have the numbers here. Nice feed. Heading.
Mercy,
press.
mercy.
And he is fouled.
Cadet with a nice pass. Henning with a nice pass.
I'm not sure Press was expecting that. He was like the tail end on that break. And a 20-second timeout called by Edison. That's Moskowitz's second foul, Phil.
Okay, keep an eye on that.
All right, we have Bo Henning mic'd up, so let's hear what he has to say.
All right, listen to me. What they want now is to take you off the dribble, okay? You deny hard. Deny hard. If your man catches the ball, you may have to get off him a step. No back doors. No back doors against us, okay? Force jump shots from them, secure defensive board. Your running game will pay off. Your bench will pay off as long as you continue to run hard and see inside, okay? Tap in the basket. Put you on...
Okay, Bo talking about defense. He's talking about no back doors and pressuring jump shots staying in their face there.
He also made the observation that the bench will pay off, meaning that with this type of tempo, East Brunswick definitely has the players coming off the bench. And we'll see how that bears out as this game goes along.
Okay, you take a good look at Larry Press, the 6'5" junior. And
Johnson will take a rest.
Larry's coming off back-to-back 11-point performances. 11 points against Perth Amboy, 11 points against Old Bridge.
Won't go. It's almost stolen.
I'll tell you, Cadet with the quick hands.
And Edison will inbounds. Patel goes against Press, gets inside possession.
Good hand by Press.
Stuffed nicely. Henning looking for some opening here. Borak bounce pass inside. Press with an open shot. Won't go.
Johnson gets up, I tell you. Tom Johnson.
Ten to 6, Bears ahead here. Minute 17. Nice spin move by Banos.
And good.
And he's fouled.
And I'll tell you, we're looking at this Edison team. You can tell why Bo Henning had some concern. They have some athletes here. They have some ball players here. I don't know why their record's not better, but they look very sharp.
That foul is by Press, his first. Second team foul for the Bears.
And Banos just a sophomore for the Eagles.
Both Johnson and Banos being sophomores, this is a team to contend with in the future.
That's for sure.
All right, we're about down to a minute. Schuler drives inside. Nice feed to Press. 12-9 East Brunswick. 55 seconds left to go in the first period. And they just get it across. Banos, he's got some good moves. Nice feed inside to Patel. And a tap up.
Ooh.
Wow, that almost went. Tapped away.
Still by Patel.
They look for Johnson. He's going to take it from the corner. Air ball. Stolen away. And they foul him. Probably a good one, Phil.
A good foul, but I tell you, this Edison Eagle team is looking rather impressive, Jim. They're hustling all over the court and giving the Bears the money worth right now. And you're looking at Ed Dorina at the line. Ed coming off a 10-point performance against John F. Kennedy in the first round of the GMCs.
First shot goes. So it's 12-10 Bears. Edison hanging around. I'll tell you, since Banos entered this game, they've been infused with a little bit of energy, this team. It's the second. Makes it 12-11. 20 seconds left to go in the first period. Johnson outside. Zachary's back in the game.
Bears got to get the ball up.
Try to get it to Johnson. Goes off his hand, however. 4 seconds left. And they're not going to chance it. And that is the end of the first period of play. The score, East Brunswick 12, Edison 11. We're going to keep it here. Bo Henning's mic apparently has disconnected. We'll try to get that fixed at halftime. But Phil, this Edison team is, as you mentioned before, they have some players.
They have some players. They have some talent. They have two players averaging 15 points per game. You have Thomas Johnson. I called him a sophomore. He's actually a junior. Came into this game scoring 320 points. That's far more than any East Brunswick player. They're playing good defense, and as I mentioned at the top of the game, it's hard to beat any kind of team 3 times in a season. And right now, the Edison Eagles are looking rather well.
And what do you think the problem is with East Brunswick right now? Are they being tentative? You know, we'll see. Johnson with 4 points, Press with 3. McBride with 3. This is actually a low-scoring game when you think about it.
I think the problem with the Bears right now is the Eagles. I think the Eagles are playing good, solid defense. They're rebounding. They're in your face. And they're putting some baskets down as well.
All right, the GMC, always known for upsets in the early rounds. And as we begin the second period, Edison will try to take the lead here if they can. Rotation, but that's going to be a backcourt, actually a steal. Zachary elects not to go to the hoop.
Yeah, good heads up by the player.
Johnson, though, he is going to penetrate, and he's fouled. And I guess they're going to call it on Johnson.
I'll tell you, if you hear Edison faithful, don't believe it. Max has shown a good ability to go to the hoop to draw the foul. Max is 2 for 4 from the free throw line right now, right at his average.
And that one goes. (13-11). And Johnson makes them both. He's had 7 foul shot opportunities already in this game. 14-11, the Bears ahead. Farrer back in the game. Finds the penetration difficult.
Again, good solid defense by the Bears.
I can see how they're spreading them out, trying to get a back door. Thomas with an open 3. No, won't go.
Sure.
Edison hammers the board hard. The board's hard. McBride.
Ooh, he got kicked, man. No foul.
They don't call it. Henning And that sort of falls in,
I'll tell you, a shooter's touch for Bobby Inning.
making the score 16-11.
And that's Bobby's first 2 of the night.
Ferrer looks around. Thomas now. Banos kicks it out. Won't go. If Edison could just make their outside shots,
I'll tell you,
they'd be
Zachary
ahead in
with
this
the
game.
rebound.
McBride.
And McBride gets bumped again, no foul.
Good pass inside, but they're going to call us traveling on Schuler.
Chris took one baby step right there.
Stolen by Henning. 2-on-1 here if they work it. Tapped away. Nice pass. Nice pass
I'll tell you,
inside.
Chris Schuler.
And a little bit of a streak here.
I'll tell
6
you.
straight points by East Brunswick to give it an 18-11 lead. We understand that Henning is now mic'd up again, so
Okay,
we're gonna hand it over to him.
Sounds good.
Peter, good job. Brett's got you. How's everybody else doing, all right? All right. Bobby, next time we don't have a break situation, let's try and go fist or the wave through, but we want to work Max's side one way or another. If you go wave through, go opposite Max, right? Yeah, hey, Brett, on a regular fist, you got to get open on our wing, okay? Yeah. Wave through is the one where you screen from. Okay, all right. Yeah. Switch matchups now? Who's Brett's? No, he's got a guard now. They got 2 guards in the game. All right, now listen to me. Everything is off the dribble. We've been lucky to haven't been making some of these kickouts. I don't care if you got to play him 21 on the dribble, right? But contain the dribbler. Do not get beat off the dribble. Why don't now let him stay with that kid, okay? Yeah.
Phil, you heard that Henning is concerned about the open shots that they're getting in the corners. Boy, they gave him the ball and they're ready to go here.
Okay.
This is Johnson with it. 5:40 left to go in the second period. East Brunswick with an 18-11 lead. Was 18-11.
I'll tell you.
And that was a 3-point shot by Ferrer. And it's 18-14. Off the rim, Johnson comes up with it. Looks for an open shot. Won't go. Tapped around. Ferrer comes down with it. Long shot. Won't go.
And Schuler once again off the boards.
Whoops.
Oh. Yeah, Bobby with a little back pass, and his dad didn't like that.
Good move to the basket, but it just won't go by Ferrer. Phil, I think they want to take Henning to the hoop if they can. Gadet, nice move inside.
Ooh. Brett Gadet.
Drops through, 20-14 East Brunswick.
4 points for Gadet.
Johnson, strong to the hoop. Won't fly. They fight for it. Who's it off? Officials look at each other. And award it to the Eagles.
Okay. And Max doing a nice job laying off Tom Johnson there. Not fouling, but not giving him a good shot neither.
Spread them out.
Okay, you hear Mike Marr in the background asking his team to spread it out.
They're looking for the back door. Phil Edison appears to be well coached.
Mike Marr's been there, as I said, 7 years and loves the game. Says the middle school is finally giving them some help. They have a program for the first time.
Banos back out. It looks like they're going to call a traveling.
I'll tell you, it looked like he had gotten rid of the ball there. Banos looked like Banos had passed the ball off.
Official says no.
And I think the official thought he still had it, Jim.
Bit of a slowdown here. Wang. Back out to Gadet. Long shot. They say it was fouled.
He'll shoot 3, Jim.
No, they're going to say it's an offensive foul.
Wow.
On who?
Has to be on Gadet, I suppose.
I imagine so. Nope, they're going to say Wang.
Wang again.
Yep. So we'll erase that foul on Brett Gadet. Each team
I'll tell you,
with 4
there's some
team
bodies
fouls.
bumping down low there.
Banos penetrates nice. Johnson gets the rebound.
Slap
Errant
away.
pass, sloppy. And
I'll tell
Banos
you.
takes advantage of that.
Exactly right, Jim.
Banos with 6 points, 7 points, 20-16. Not a good sequence for East Brunswick right here. And they're going to say that Moskowitz is over the top, and that should be his 3rd foul. And he will take a seat. 5th team foul for Edison.
And Moskowitz is one of the better all-around players, Jim, as far as rebounds and assists. So it'll hurt the Eagles to lose him at this juncture.
They work it around. Gadet, bit of an opening right here. Didn't seem set, however, Johnson thought he pushed off on that,
Okay.
but he got away with it. And East Brunswick, it takes a 22-16 lead, down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Fires it in the corner.
And it's reaching by Bobby Henning.
Right. Very impressed with this Tim Banos.
They have several players again. Moskowitz, Patel, Johnson, of course.
They look inside. There's Patel, a nice spin move.
Ooh.
Oh, and it will not fall. Tough break for the Eagles. Here comes East Brunswick. Schuler fakes it, goes up, hits. That's his 2nd bucket. And East Brunswick now with an 8-point lead, 24-16.
That's actually Ryan McBride,
I'm
Jim.
sorry, Ryan McBride. Banos, bounce pass. Oh, tough shot.
I'll tell you, the Eagles are
wasn't expecting it.
Right, getting the ball in good position, Jim. They're not either not controlling it or not finishing.
We're down to 1:30 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Again, the Bears with a 24-16 lead. Lob pass into Wang.
I'll tell you, a good look there.
They were cheating just a little too much, Edison was.
Dan Wang with his first 2 of the night.
And a 10-point margin now, 26-16. Ferrer dribbles, puts it up, won't go. Edison, however, gets the bounce, and Patel puts it back home. Making it 26-18 with 40 seconds.
And Patel's first 2 of the night.
McBride off the rim. Wang tries to save it.
I'll tell you, good hustle. Good hustle, Dan Wang.
That won't go. Probably wasn't a good shot right there, Phil.
Mike Mars jumping up off the bench, calling for 1 shot here, Jim. And why not if he can end this half down by only 6 points?
Now Johnson with it by himself, and they clear out for him. Sets it up, shoots, won't go. Another air ball by Johnson. And with 3 seconds left to go in this half, East Brunswick will try to get the last shot. Henning, they put it up, won't go. And that'll do it for the first fast-paced half here.
I'll tell you, Jim, and keeping the Eagles from getting that last basket, holding them to 8 points down rather than 6 points down, doesn't look like much, Jim, but psychologically, it's a big boost for the Bears.
All right, so we are at halftime. It's 26-18. The Bears ahead. As we mentioned, a very fast-paced game. Looks like Max Johnson has been to the line, at my count, 7 times. He's made 4 of 7, and he's to add to his 2 other buckets. So he has a total of 8 points to lead the Bears. Meanwhile, Banos has 7 points to lead Edison. All right, we're going to take a break here, and we will be back with the second half tip-off right after this. All right.
And Jim,
What do you
as
got,
we
Bill?
usually do, faces in the crowd. You see the young lady, young blonde in the middle right there with her hand, waving her hand. That is Pam Henning, mother of Bobby and wife of Bo. And
right.
here to support her husband and son.
Okay, it's halftime here at East Brunswick High School. It's 26-18. East Brunswick sort of shooting out to a little bit of a lead at the latter part of the second quarter. It was nip and tuck for most of the first half. And Edison has shown that it has some players. East Brunswick by no means is in a comfortable position here. They're going to have to really step it up, I imagine.
Well,
see if they can extend this lead.
The Bears have gotten a lot of their baskets on putbacks, Jim.
Right.
And so clearly the Eagles have to box out a little bit better to avoid that.
I think of concern to Henning as he went into the locker room was the fact that Edison, with a lot of open shots, and then again, which sometimes is a problem for East Brunswick, rebounding. It seemed that Edison was getting a second shot on occasion. They put it back home. And if they had just converted 50% more of their outside shots, they would probably be in the lead at this point. So we'll see what adjustments are made.
Okay.
Edison will begin this half with a little bit of adjustment. Tim Banos will be in the lineup. In place of Moskowitz, who has 3 fouls. Johnson, who showed his versatility in the first half. Patel, Darina, and as we mentioned, Banos, and then Farah. Okay, East Brunswick in possession here to begin this half. Bobby looks to put it inside to press. They fight around with it, and Edison takes it away.
And Johnson comes up with Tom Johnson.
Turnover to begin this half. Darina drives. Patel with an open shot, though. It won't go.
And
Nobody with Henning, however. Press out to McBride. Taken away again. Darina. Banos. Nice pass inside.
Great pass.
He's got eyes, that guy.
I'll tell you.
And that bucket by Farrer makes it 26-20. That was Farrer that scored,
was
right?
Farrer, right.
Yeah, okay.
Banos with a great pass.
They try to get Johnson isolated. However, pass, no look pass, but Johnson wasn't ready for
And
it.
once again, Bobby Henning just
And that was the 3rd trip down, and East Brunswick never even got a shot.
really step ahead of his players there. Bobby Henning coming with the sharp pass. His teammates not ready.
Banos with a little gyrations of his own. Tries to get through, and it just will not connect with Patel.
And if you're Mike Marr, you got to shake your head. He said at the top of the game, what we have to do is take care of the ball better.
Well, that same could be said for East Brunswick at this point.
That's true.
McBride, Henning loses it again.
I'll tell you.
4th turnover in a row. And I can see Henning steaming over there on the
Well, again,
sidelines.
it's just sloppy ball by the Bears right now.
Patel, long shot. Won't go. Cadet, no pass to Henning. He goes to the middle. Doesn't find anything, however. McBride puts it up. Off the rim, press with the rebound, and he's nailed by Patel.
I'll tell you, it appeared Patel had all ball right there, Jim. Official standing right there. Called the foul, and Larry will go to the line to shoot 2.
That is Patel's first foul, team's first.
Press 1 for 2 from the free throw line thus far.
First one barely reaches the rim. We have Moskowitz now re-entering the game. Patel sits. And the second one doesn't go. They tap it around. And the Eagles finally come down with it, with a chance to bring the gap down to 4. Banos turns it around, kicks it back out. Moskowitz off the rim.
I'll tell you, the Eagles are getting good looks, Jim. They're just not putting it down.
McBride from the corner. It's a 2-point shot.
And the first points for the Bear of this half.
That's his 7th point. Extends the lead now to 28-20. 4:50 left to go in the third quarter. That was an errant pass. However, the Eagles come up with it. Johnson kicks out. Nothing. And now the Eagles just do not connect on their outside shots. Johnson drives hard, and they're going to call a foul.
Okay, once again, Max Johnson going to the hole hard, and once again, he'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Darina charged with that foul.
Johnson 4 of 7 from the free throw line right now.
First one will not go. And the second one rolls around and in. East Brunswick a little bit of a press here now, Phil.
Token pressure.
Cadet guarded by guarding Banos. You need speed to keep up with him. Whoop.
Oh, wow.
The ball goes off.
Dribbled it off his foot, Jim, and it just sort of trickled out of bounds.
Darina. And I think they're going to call a 20-second timeout here.
Mike Marr, right, of Edison.
Phil, East Brunswick came out with rather lethargic. I mean, for the first 4 possessions, they weren't even able to get the shot up.
Well, they had 5 turnovers early part of this second half here, and until Ryan McBride hit that 2-pointer there, they hadn't really done much. Bo Henning, you could better believe now, is telling them to settle down, make sure they have good shots themselves, and let's get back in this game.
Well, it's very fortunate that Edison has not been accurate on its outside shots. You say they were patient, but quite honestly, I don't think they were.
Well, not patient. The fact is that they got good looks.
Yeah.
They just didn't put them down.
I think they need to work for a better shot. But anyway, Ed Henning, they've done a good job on him tonight. Borak in the game now. Press at the foul line. Cadet looks to the middle, puts it up, double pumps, and I think they're going to call Johnson on that one.
Max on the inside push there, Johnson on Johnson.
That is Johnson's first foul, team's first.
And Brett Cadet got up in the air and sort of yo-yoed it. Jim probably should have went with his first move.
Banos very deliberate with the ball. He handles it well.
And the Bears content to stay in the man-to-man, Jim.
Looks to move on Cadet. Feed to Patel. Goes up and will not go in. Who they say? Well, they say it was off Cadet.
I say it's off Cadet. I thought it rolled off of Thanos, but official standing right there.
What's this?
And we have another timeout.
Timeout. Mostly by Henning to
Question that call.
Yeah.
Question that call.
And that's the discussion that's going on right here.
And Bo says all right.
So this is just a 20-second timeout, Phil,
Okay.
so we're not going to have enough time to go to Henning.
Well, his mic's not working anyway, from what I understand. So,
Okay.
but again, both teams have sort of fallen into a lull right here, Jim. Beginning of this third period here. Only 5 points scored between them with 3:21 left.
So the Eagles will inbound. Farrer guarded by Henning. I think they like that matchup, Phil. They think that Farrer can move on Henning. We'll see if they try that again. We've been man-to-man all the way here, both teams. Pass inside to Banos. He tries to drive, gets open, just will not fall. And they say it was off Edison, and East Brunswick will take over. Here's the press.
And the Eagles have been in man-to-man from the very beginning.
Pass knocked away nicely by Johnson into the hands of Farrer.
No travel.
And he just slipped on that a little.
I'll tell you, Mike Ferrer lost control of the ball, and trying to gain back control of it took a small step.
Down to 2:35 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 9-point margin, 29-20 for the Bears. They're playing very deliberate here in the third quarter, except for that shot. Off the mark. Edison looking to take advantage here. Johnson from the corner. That won't find anything. And they fight for it.
I'll tell you.
One of the few jump balls we've had here tonight.
And possession goes to
Apparently Edison. Extremely low scoring game here.
I'll tell you, Schuler back in the game while Press takes a seat.
Isolation here with Banos, guarded by Cadet. Johnson hasn't had any success from the outside. Patel tries to go up, he doesn't. Johnson picks it up, loses the handle.
I'll tell you, Schuler on Johnson right now, and Max Johnson on Patel.
And this, at this point, is an exercise in turnovers by each team. I know that Henning is not pleased with this effort.
Schuler had him up in the air.
And it's stolen. Just really not a good effort by either team at this point. Banos turns around. What do they say?
A foul before the shot. Red Cadet.
I believe it's his first foul. Team second. And Cadet will take a seat. Henning doesn't even look at him.
And the team yelling for Chip Wall. Of course, he's not dressed.
Turn around by Farrer on Henning. And again, Phil, I think they really do like that matchup.
Well, he has a size advantage, that's for sure.
29-22. Schuler steps to the line and doesn't connect.
And I'll tell you, the Bears have gone cold, Jim.
Yes, they have. They've only got 3 points this quarter. Of course, Edison isn't doing anything better. Banos way outside. Oh, won't go. Good, nice rebound by...
I'll tell you, good hustle by the Eagles.
That was Moskowitz on that rebound. Fed it off to Johnson, and a little life now by the Eagles. 29-24.
And I'll tell you, if you're Bo Henning, you got to try to get your team back into this game. They've gone real cold this third quarter, Jim. Let's listen and see.
Do we have him?
hear what Bo has to say. Okay, we don't have a mic there, Jim.
Yeah.
But what
Okay.
Bo is saying here is, listen, we have to settle down. We have to play our game. We're playing their game instead of us making them play our game here. The Bears have, as I mentioned, gone very cold, Jim. The not taking good shots and the shots that they're taking certainly aren't going down. The Eagles, on the other hand, haven't fared much better, Jim, but they're being scrappy, getting second and third shots off the offensive boards, which has made a big difference.
Interesting that this timeout was taken with just 45 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, 45 seconds could be a lot of time, Jim.
That it can.
And you have the Eagles only down by 5 points here, and Bo wants to stop the bleeding right now.
Okay. East Brunswick will inbounds. I'm sure there'll be some pressure applied by the Eagles. And they get it to Henning. Bobby is cornered, however. He's got to watch himself.
Good heads up. One of the first things you learn on the playground, Jim. Trap like that on the baseline, throw it off your defender.
Quick inbounds to Johnson. Roundabout here, inside, and they say that Johnson.
I'll tell you, and all of the Edison bench jumped up. They thought that Tom Johnson had nothing but ball there. Once again, Max Johnson will go to the line to shoot two.
And that is the third foul on Johnson, so he'll have to watch himself. And this familiar scenario here, Johnson at the line. Hits the first. Makes it 30-24. Substitutions.
Okay, 10 points for Johnson.
And won't go on the second. Banos with a real strong rebound. So with 25 seconds, it's 30-24.
Almost a turnover there.
And will they play for one here?
Again, Schuler on Johnson.
Johnson lays it up, won't go, however. Banos tips it, goes strong to the hoop.
I'll tell you, Banos, the garbage man. He gets everything.
Makes it 30-26. Last shot here. Just misses off the back of the rim. And at the end of three quarters, Edison here breathing some life into its game, makes it 30-26. And I'll tell you what, Phil, East Brunswick is going to definitely have to step up its game here.
They're going to have to step at the game, because as you look at the Edison Eagles here, and as they're patting each other, they've been more scrappier. They've been scrappier than the Bears have been at this juncture, particularly during this third quarter here. The Bears, on the other hand, just seem to be out of sync there, Jimmy. Not playing typical Bear ball. I think they got to go to some set plays here in the half court and try to get back and try to take control of this game.
So you think that slowing down the game would be the way to do it?
I think if they have that type of ability, if they set up in the half court there, run some plays and control the tempo.
All right.
That's the way you stop momentum. Clearly, the Eagles are being scrappy, and you pick a garbage basket here, next thing you know, you've taken control of the game.
All right, possession arrow to East Brunswick, so they will inbounds to begin this final quarter of play. This is the GMC tournament second round. Henning looks to drive on Banos, pitches it inside, press with a turnaround, will not go.
Schuler.
However, Schuler with the rebound, thought he was fouled there. Johnson with it. Nice feed inside. And he was fouled. Henning on the foul, Phil.
And I'll tell you, Thomas Johnson going to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play here. Attempt anyway. Johnson coming off a 27-point performance against John F. Kennedy in the open round here, and clearly momentum is on the Eagles side right now.
And as Johnson has been with those outside shots, he hits the rim on the free throw. Still remains 30-28. 7.5 minutes, press open. He puts it home.
I'll tell you, good look by Bobby Henning.
32-28. Crowd into the game. And now the Eagles elect to slow it up. Johnson. Again, he has not been successful from the outside. Patel. Fight for it.
I'll tell you, if Patel could hit half his shots, Jim, they just touch all sides of the rim, but they don't go in.
Same is true with Johnson. He's been strong underneath with 8 points, but hasn't been able to hit the outside shot. McBride. Zachary, he hasn't shot much. Won't go. Here comes Johnson with it. Farrer tries to move on Henning.
Bears playing good solid defense, and they're going to call a Johnson trying to run through a block there.
Johnson, I believe that's his second foul. Don't know why the buzzer was sounded there. Inside to Farrer, and he's fouled by Henning.
And Jim, you talked about them trying to exploit the mismatch there. Just about anybody Bobby Henning plays is going to be bigger, and he's done the job most of the year, but Farrer's quick as well. And that's the third foul on Bobby Henning. We'll watch that.
Okay, Farrer. Eagles have not shot many fouls tonight. This is on the first. Makes the second, making it 32-29. 3-point margin for the Bears. Under 6 minutes to play in this game. Henning. A little physical action going on underneath. Press to the foul line. Will not go. And Edison with the rebound. They work the boards well.
And I'll tell you, you can feel the momentum. You can hear the Eagle crowd getting into the game here. And the Eagles are believing, Jim. Ooh.
Oh, that went off Henning's face. And East Brunswick comes down with it.
I'll tell you, Bobby never blinked.
Cadet, hard. And I think he was hacked by Farrer. So Brett Cadet will go to the line.
And Brett Cadet came up with a big basket against Old Bridge in a 62-60 win on February the 8th. Brett Cadet tapped it in, back in at the buzzer to win the game.
Hits it first. Making it 33-29, back to a 4-point advantage for the Bears. And the second one will not go. Johnson, good rebound. Misses the shot.
Cadet follows.
35-29, and Marr will call a timeout.
And at 5:16, we'll remember that, Jim. A big series right there.
Right, turns out to be a 3-point play for East Brunswick. Cadet missed that shot, and Johnson missed the tap in.
Right.
It was one of the few offensive rebounds for East Brunswick this evening.
Okay, we're still not mic'd with Bo Henning. Maybe we can put the camera on these cheerleaders here while we talk, Jim.
Yeah.
Again, a big play for the Bears there, right there, and I think we'll remember this point at 5:16 to see if this is the turning point, because you could feel the Eagles gaining confidence, and you can feel them hustling all over. You can see them hustling all over the court and believing that perhaps they're going to take this game, Jim. I won't say that putback broke their back, but it certainly drew their attention.
Well, it's very obvious to me that if Edison is going to be successful, they're going to have to continue to go with the inside game. Johnson with 3 fouls, Moskowitz with 3. Those are the bangers off the boards for the Eagles. And then Ferrer and Banos have had good success from the outside. So we will see how successful East Brunswick is in heading off this attack. Goes off of Johnson. That's an error, turnover.
Just an unforced error, Jim, if you will, and
especially off a timeout. They set it up for Cadet. Shot up by Henning. Ooh. Hits it.
Bobby Henning.
37-29, back to 8.
Henning's 4th point of the night, but a big basket.
Four and a half minutes left to go in the game. Moskowitz tries to penetrate. Tapped away.
Press got a good hand on it, and the ball was eventually knocked out.
And Edison now in a little bit of a funk.
By Dorena.
McBride hasn't seen too much action. Johnson finds himself open, is hammered.
And we'll go to the foul line once again.
That fell on Patel.
Max 6 of 10 from the free throw line right now.
I got him going to the line 11 times, Phil.
Okay.
Six for 11.
Okay.
Makes the second. So he is 7 for 13. 38-29, a 9-point lead for the Bears. A couple of minutes ago, Edison had this down to a 1-point game, but East Brunswick has rebounded. Three-pointer by Ferrer, his second of the game, makes it 38-32. Henning with an open shot. He hits. 2 timely baskets by Bobby Henning here, and back up to an 8-point margin.
And the captain, Bobby Henning, showing some leadership down the stretch here. 10
Still
seconds.
has to get it across. Just does. Whoa. And they call a double dribble.
I'll tell you, in his enthusiasm to get it over, in his enthusiasm, haven't gotten it over, Jim, he double dribble.
All right, now we're at the point of the game where Edison's really going to have to turn it up. East Brunswick should not be in any hurry here. And that is what they're into now. Edison's going to have to come out. Two and a half minutes left to go.
And the Bears are being patient. You're right. Edison is going to have to come out, Jim, sooner or later.
Cadet looks to put it in, but it won't go. And here come the Eagles. Wow, long shot. Whoa, and he
Arena.
hits it.
Wow. I'll tell you, it could have been a 4-point play, Jim.
40-35. It's a 5-point game. Again, East Brunswick should not be in a hurry. A minute 50.
And it's in the quarterback's hand, and Bo Henning will call a timeout here, Jim.
Obviously, to set up his offense and defense, but this also gives Edison an opportunity to talk about how they want to handle this situation.
But again, with a minute 47 seconds left, if you're Bo Henning, you want to make sure that you do take care of the ball. They can afford to take some time off the clock and make sure that they get a good shot here, Jim. And that's exactly what Bo is talking about. Let's not be ridiculous. There's only 5 team fouls, so they won't go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 just yet, but they certainly can move towards there.
Looking at the brackets as we move along here, East Brunswick will take on the winner, I believe, of the St. Joe's and Perth Amboy game.
Right.
And that game will be played Saturday at South Brunswick High School.
Right.
The finals are going to be back at the RAC.
Hey, a blessing. A blessing, I tell you. There's no place like the RAC. Of course, the Lewis Brown Athletic Center. And if you're a basketball player in the state of, high school basketball player in the state of New Jersey, and you get a chance to play there,
right,
you're awfully fortunate.
Okay. Let's see what happens here. And obviously the strategy.
They had a foul to give. They had a foul to give right here, and they probably want to get in the 1-and-1 just as much as East Brunswick wouldn't mind, Jim, so they can control.
Okay, a little grappling going on between Patel and Press.
Okay, and the official doing a good job talking to them both. Could have called a double foul, didn't he? You got to reach in there. Dorena being a little aggressive, and I think they probably picked out who they want to foul, Jim. I don't have his. I don't have Chris Schuler's.
That's what I was looking for. The shooting statistics.
We don't have that sheet with us today, but Chris Schuler will go to the line to shoot. Important.
You've been watching too much Sports Center.
I'll tell you.
Will not go. Whistle. Oh, big call. They say Edison was in the lane.
And Mike Marr just has the scowl on his face.
You talk about a big call. So Schuler still doesn't make it. So Edison catches a bit of a break there. Edison with a chance to bring it.
And the Eagles don't have to put up any threes right here, even though Johnson does.
Doesn't make it. Strong rebound by Patel, won't go. They come down with it. Dorena Banos. He drives, puts it up, and falls in.
I'll tell you, scrappy Banos.
And the Eagles call timeout. Phil, it's a one-possession game. It's 40-37. Thought that East Brunswick had this game in hand.
Well, Jim, I tell you, again, the Eagles have been scrappy all evening here, and as Mike Marr had said, hey, we have nothing to lose. We're the 15th-seeded team. We can come in here rather loose and hope to pull the upset. There are a minute, 10 seconds, and 3 points down from pulling the upset. On the other hand, the Bears have been here before, Jim. We just mentioned them winning a 2-point game against Old Bridge at the buzzer here. They've won several close games, Jim, so they've been there in pressure situations before here and have handled themselves very well. We'll look to see what happens this minute, 10 seconds, to see how well the Bears handle themselves.
Got to believe that they're going to probably quick foul East Brunswick, force them to the line again.
Well, if they're going to try to find out who they want to foul, first of all, and if you're Bo Henning, on the other hand, you're probably going to have some of your better free throw shooters out there on the floor.
Well, Henning, McBride, Gadet, Press, and Johnson.
Okay.
And Hard pressure here by the Eagles. Nonetheless, they get it in.
And here comes your quarterback, Bobby Henning.
And it is down to 1 minute to play.
And you better believe Bo has said we're going to take some time off the clock, but he's called the play that he wants as well.
Double team. Cadet hacked by Banos.
Okay, Banos doing his job, doing as he was told there.
Might be his first foul, Phil. I'm not sure if Cadet was the one you want to foul in that situation. He's a good foul shooter.
And ordinarily, you're right, Jim. You normally have statistics here, not given out today, so.
Well, watching him this year, he seems to be especially good in the clutch, so this is an opportunity for the senior. And it falls.
Big basket by Cadet. He has 8 points right now.
Making it 41-37.
He's 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
I got him for 2 for 3.
Okay.
Hits them both. Back up to a 5-point margin. 49 seconds left to go. Edison in a little bit of a hurry here. It's a 2-possession game. They sort of surround Banos. Edison's got to put it up. Banos gets an open 3 look. Will not go. Johnson with a good rebound.
Big rebound. And he's manhandled.
I guess they're going to call it on Patel.
And Johnson will go to shoot 1 and 1.
The Wild Bunch up there claiming it's all over.
Yeah, let's take a look at them.
Maybe.
The Wild Bunch up in that right-hand corner.
Well, I was going to say a little premature,
They think
perhaps.
it's all over there. Of course it's not all over. We got 32 seconds yet left.
Johnson on the line. And it falls.
I'll tell you, nice.
Max
roll
Johnson
there.
getting all of his points except for 2 other buckets from the foul line tonight. And that one does not fall.
And here come the Eagles.
Half a minute left to go. Banos, hard drive. And they call an offensive foul.
Banos trying to make something happen, trying to get an old-fashioned three-point play there. It was called for the offensive foul, Jim.
So with 23 seconds left.
And you can look for the Eagles to foul again right away, Jim.
East Brunswick with a 6-point lead. Whistle here.
Oh,
Wow.
I'll tell you, they called Larry Press on a foul here
How
against
often
Patel.
do you see a foul away from the ball in that type of situation?
I'll tell you.
That's where the officials need to take control of the game.
Fortunately for the Bears,
For themselves.
they're not in the one. The Eagles aren't in the 1-and-1 situation just yet, Jim.
Banos is gonna. Oh, he should have put it up. Now he does. Won't go. Hits the back of the stanchion. And East Brunswick will take over.
15 seconds, Jim.
And the Bears will take a timeout. Still trying to figure out that foul call by Larry Press.
The official was standing right there, and he emphatically called it. But again here, Bo Henning, as you take a look at him, 15 seconds left in the game. They're up by 5, and basically they just can't be stupid. They got to take care of the ball, first of all, and not allow the Eagles any big baskets.
We will be back here tomorrow night to tape the girls' GMC second-round game. The East Brunswick girls clearly the first seed in the GMC tournament, will be taking on South Amboy.
Okay, here we go. Bobby Henning gets away, Jim. A mistake by the Eagles. They finally foul him.
Well, 12 seconds.
They left 3 seconds off the clock, surprisingly, Jim. And Bobby will go to line to shoot 2, Jim. That's a 10th team foul.
And that's definitely the one you don't want to foul.
Bobby, about an 85% free throw shooter. He is the best free throw shooter for the Bears, and is approaching the career record for free throw percentage, Jim.
First one up and in. East Brunswick getting a lot of it done from the line tonight. In and out on the second. Down to 10 seconds. 44-37. East Brunswick ahead. Johnson with a 3. Finally hits one. And that is going to do it. The final score, East Brunswick surviving here, if I can use that word, 44-40 in a rather spirited contest. Great game by Edison.
Well, Jim.
And let's think ahead.
Well, let's talk about tonight a little bit. Bo Henney came up to the table here before the match and said he didn't have too good of a feeling about this game here. Too many distractions and whatnot. We thought he was just, again, talking coaches talk here, but he had reason to be concerned. Edison Eagles playing a very spirited game, Jim, and giving the Bears a test. And probably the Bears are glad just to get this game out of the way.
Well, okay, let's follow the track that East Brunswick will have at this point. State tournament doesn't begin until after this GMCs, and that'll be toward the end of the month, perhaps the first week of March. But East Brunswick will play, as we mentioned, Saturday at South Brunswick, taking on the winner of St. Joe's and Perth Amboy. And from there, if they win, they will move on to to Middlesex County College, where they will play either February 23rd or 24th in the lower portion of the bracket. Should note that North Brunswick is the 3rd seed in the lower part of the bracket. And if all goes according to plan, and I say that rather tentatively, hopefully East Brunswick can make it to the rack.
Well, if you ask their fans, a lot of their fans expect them to be, Jim.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so that's going to do it tonight here from East Brunswick High School Gymnasium. The final score, East Brunswick 44 and Edison 40 for Jimmy Allinder. For Phil Hill, this is Jimmy Allinder saying thanks for being with us.